Oh my God, what am I running away from? Well, the first thing that can really pop in my mind is family. I'd rather... It's not that I don't want to run from family. I spend time with them, but a lot of times growing up, it led to arguments. I was always arguing with my mother and my father. Never see eye to eye. It's changed a little bit since then. I'm connected more with them, but through the years growing up and always arguing with them, never seeing eye to eye, I never wanted to be around them. I've never wanted to be in the same room as them. I always told them that when I went to college, I wasn't going to come back. I have two brothers, one older, one younger. I have a better relationship with my younger brother than my older. I don't talk with my older brother. I can go into so much detail. I've always fought with my brothers, always fought with my family. The closest person I have the connection with is on my mother's side, her father, my granddad. I love him to death. I like to spend a lot of time with him, but other than that, I run from everyone else in my family. I don't like spending time with my parents. I shouldn't say that. My brothers, it's difficult. One thing leads to another, and it's always shouting and fighting. So, life's tough.
I'm running away from a calling that God gave to me, and I have fear to do that calling and step into the ministry. So that's what I fear the most, and that's what I'm running from. But I'm getting tired of running, so that's developing into this last question you just asked me of changing. Knowing that I used to be out here on the street selling drugs, robbing people, killing people, being in prison for 10 years, and for the people to see that, oh, yo, wait a minute, she used to do all this right here, now she's a pastor, now she's a minister. It's like I'm scared of how people are going to judge me now. But as of now, I don't care what they feel, think, say. I know I'm ready to do God's work, and that's what I'm here for. I have a purpose, and my purpose is to do God's work. I do. I feel like my past history makes me unworthy of doing God's work, but when He spoke to me and told me, I don't care about your past, I want your future and your present, and I need you here now, that's when I knew that I'm going to give all this to God, and I'm going to leave the street life alone the best that I can.
My parents, yeah, they're not very nice people. So, well, my mom is kind of just a really vicious person. She's okay on the phone, but in person she's kind of a monster. And my father, he's from Egypt. He's something of a tiger parent. He wanted me to get all A's my whole life. I didn't grow up making that many friends. I have a really poor social set. I'm not really good at talking to people, so. And he's just mean in general.
Probably my early childhood, because I lost some people that I really didn't want to lose at that moment. So, but right now I'm just it was a long time ago, but I'm away from that now. So I'm just trying to avoid all that stuff. My dad passed away when I was 4. As my childhood was growing, my mom, she was working a lot, so it was just me and my brother, and we just we had our mom, which was our dad and all that stuff, but it was really hard for her and us, and we just grew up without a father figure. But my mom, she's amazing, she took that role. So but our childhood was just rough, because she was gone a lot working, and it was just us. So that was it.
I think I kind of run away from trying new things sometimes, because I can be very self-deprecating when I'm talking. I'm oh, you can't do that. That's horrible. Why would you do that? Why would you say that? So when I am going to do something new, I kind of don't let myself try new things or talk to new people, because I'm you're good, you're fine, just stop. Don't do that. Because I just care too much about what people think. I'm just too afraid of people thinking badly of me. I'm a people pleaser, and I shouldn't be.
I think one of the things I'm running away from is my family. I think I have some challenges particularly with my parents and things like that. So I would say that the thing that I'm running away from is my family and addressing a lot of those issues. Both of my parents were drunks. I don't feel like they were there for me emotionally or physically. I do also think that they love me, and I think that the distance that I've created between us hurts them, but I just don't know how to deal with these things in the past.
I don't like to think that I have a lot of regrets because I try and be really open with people, just because I don't like to seem fake. I like to be who I am. I think I try and run from the person who I was. I know that's probably a cliche answer, but like it kind of just is. Sometimes it's hard to reconcile what you used to be with what you've grown to be, because I know I've done dumb things, and but there's nothing I can do to change that. I have to simply live with the fact that I've done those things and grow from them. And so I guess in a way I'm running from that because, I don't know if I can confront anyone that I may have hurt doing the things I've done or that have been affected in any adverse way. Like, I feel like confrontation is hard, and so I find myself more often than not running from that person, even though I try to reconcile it. So definitely, who I used to be, whether or not that's ideologically or, just how I used to treat other people, how I used to see the world. I think that whoever I am in the moment right now, I'm always growing, and so I'm always running from my old husk that I used to be and trying to be the best person that I am right now, growing and being a better person, so.
The old version of myself, I would say. Kind of going back to the first question or answer, was a big life change for me, just leaving the hometown that I grew up in 22 years of my life, coming here, just deciding to do something completely different, completely new environment, knew no one, never been to Virginia before either. So yeah, I just wanted to completely change myself, who I was, from a career standpoint, from a personal standpoint, see who I was, trying to discover myself here rather than back at home, because it's kind of hard to do that, I think, being around the same things every day, day in, day out. Just bad personality traits I had, I guess, of I was more anxious, a lot more anxious before. Now I don't feel like that at all, kind of, not at all, but to a normal extent, I think. I have good friends back at home, but other ones, just being around those people, it just kind of it's like them seeing a high school teenage version of me, and I didn't like that. It's I've changed a lot since then. So, not answering your question, I guess. It's just I don't know, the whole style, everything I've done, it's all changed.
On the outside, I give off this, I'm not running from anything or I'm not afraid of anything because of, my ethnic background. I'm Hawaiian, so we're raised to not really fear anything, but what I'm running from the most, I'd have to say, is bad parts of my past that I don't want to have to repeat. Like the saying goes, lightning strikes twice. That's what I'm running from, is the second strike of what I had to repeat, what I did the first time. So I'm trying to run, but I'm trying to run from it, but I'm not trying to hide from it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna run until I have to face it. But what I'm running from the most is just pain. Pain of losing loved ones, friends, family, that type of, I'm running from that because I know inevitably I can't stop it. Everyone in life faces bad situations, regardless of who you are, where you come from, everybody's gonna face something. So the core of it is trying to run from whatever big impact I'm about to face. I'm trying to get at least to a safe enough distance to where when it hits, I'm already prepared for it. But yeah, at the core of it, that's exactly what it is. I'm expecting something bad to happen. I'm expecting the unexpected, but I already know the unexpected is something bad. I've tried running from the leukemia that I was diagnosed with. I tried running from that. Running wasn't getting me anywhere. So eventually I sucked it up and was like, you know what? Let's go try to beat this thing. So now I'm slightly in remission. It's going away, thank God. But I expect it to come back. Because it's happened in my family. It's gone into remission, it's come back, it's gone away, come back, and eventually one time it's gonna come back and I may not battle it. But that's one of those, that's the core fear, is it coming back. And that's what I've tried to run from. I've tried running in ways of alcohol, drugs, any type of escape to where I don't have to realize I could die at any point. But it got to the point to where I was realizing what all those substitutes for escape was doing to my family. You know, it put a wedge between me and my mom. But now it's just like, whatever happens, I'm just gonna wait for it.